Hi guys, I'm Dan at vintagefellow.org and just a quick video today. I need your help with an emergency frame restoration project that I am soon to start. Reason why this is a bit of an emergency, this frame is really bad, like really bad. I'm going to tell you what this frame is in a moment and you're going to not believe, the life it has had. Now, I first encountered this frame while I was researching for parts for this beauty behind me here, which is a 1989 Carrera team bike. Stunning. Not stunning. Now, this has been floating around on the internet for a bit of time and no one wanted it. And to be fair, when you look at it, this is fit for the recycling bin. If this was any regular steel frame, you would not bother trying to restore this because it is well beyond that. The only thing initially going for it, I did a string test, it's square. So that's at least one thing in its favour. But I'll get you in close here. If you look all around there, yeah, this thing has been painted at least 3 times in its life. And the last time it was hand painted in a really, really thick, kind of like graphite black over everything, including your head badge there. And, just where do you start? It's bad. I mean, and, when you're working on various projects and things, you get excited about other stuff. And then sometimes you see something like this and you just go, oh. But sometimes if you don't take a project on like this, then no one's going to. And there were a few little telltale signs I could tell for the ad that it was something worth saving. So I picked it up and did my research, and it started to turn out to be quite good. Now, the first obvious thing is we've got a race number hanger here, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a team bike. A lot of non-team bikes had race hangers, but this also doesn't have a serial number. It's incredibly well made underneath the horrendousness, and it's rider number 02 on the bottom bracket, and it's marked MB. We'll come back to that in a moment, but that is the rider initials, which is quite important because it's going to tell us who the rider was if we can figure out the team. And obviously, because it's a Carrera 1, this is a Carrera team bike. And there's a few little details on here that you then kind of track down and figure out. This is the Carrera Asics CGA team bike from 1997. You can tell a few little details here. The drop rear seat stay cluster at the back here, still lugged all the way around. Chinelli lugs all the way through, and it's made of TSX, Columbus TSX. And when you look inside, it's been beautifully drilled and pinned before brazing, and that's the kind of thing you're used to seeing on like Ugo de Rosa made team bikes and things like that. But this bike, when I looked also here at these cable guides, another giveaway. You start studying the builders of the team bikes for that period with Carrera, and you see a lot of custom builds for Marco Pantani and people like that. These are quite distinctive because most of the Carrera ones, if you bother checking it out, believe me, I did, I'm pretty nerdy like that, they're internal cable routed. These external cable lugs like this, it's a sign of the great master Dario Pegoretti, because Pegoretti at that point was just finishing his apprenticeship with Milano, Gino Milano, that is the also epically good frame maker. And in the following year, in 1998, Pegoretti made all of the team bikes for these guys, this is a Pegoretti made 1997 Asics CGA team bike. Super cool. I can also tell this because it still has the matching, now don't cry, the matching chrome late pattern Pegoretti Carrera forks. Yeah, and someone has painted them by hand in a thick ass blacky graphite thick. I mean, I'll get you again close there. You might be able to see the quality of the workmanship there is something to be, but sometimes words fail me. But this is the kind of thing. It's a team bike. when it was finished with its use, it probably just got handed by a mechanic to his nephew or something. He rode it around for a few years, dropped it on its side, you know, crashed it, repainted it because he thought fluoro yellow was cool. Someone's done a bit of red, and then eventually it's gone this colour. It's just sometimes what happens. Now, the interesting thing is, we know the year, we know the maker, we know the team, and rider number 2, MB, sorry. Now, that year, that could have been the great multiple race winning Michele Bartoli. Now, that would be something, but it's not. You look at the photographs, Bartoli is a small guy, he's riding a small frame. There was another MB with Carrera Asics that year, and that is Marco Bellini, and he is this size. This is Marco Bellini's 1997 CGA team bike. Now, Bellini, he was a good rider, you know, he did a couple of seasons with Mapai, but he wasn't a great rider. He's not in the same class as Bartoli. So this is where your help comes in. Now, obviously, we've got to restore this and we've got to make it look really good. Now, in 1997, this was a fairly conservative blue with chrome forks. Flash you up a picture here. Have a quick look. Technically, this being a historic race bike should go back to being that colour, but the year after that, bearing in mind we're talking late 90s here, so it's a bit of a radical period for bikes. 1998, these things become blue to orange to white fade with chrome forks. Again, picture just coming up now. That's pretty cool, especially with the orange anodized rims, or the Fira rims. Now, I'm kind of taken with that. The question is, do I stick to the history of the bike? Because it was blue. I can see blue all over it, especially in the bottom bracket shells. You know, should it go back to being blue and be blue with chrome forks and be its traditional team colour? Or do I use a little bit of artistic license and go with the blue, orange, white because it's cooler? Now, admittedly, if this was Bartoli's bike, absolutely blue, chrome, all the way. But this is not Bartoli's bike. This is Bellini's. A good rider, but not a great rider. I don't know. Whatever it is, we're looking at a heck of a lot of work to do this, so I need your help. Go down there, let me know what you think we should do with it. No, it's not going to go a different... those are the only two options, okay? And it's not staying like this, okay? So, go down there, let me know what you think, and once I summon the courage to do this one, and it's not going to be anytime soon, I'll take you through what we do with it, okay? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, and do like and subscribe for anything else that's cool to do with vintage bikes. Thanks a lot.